Oh, hey there. Shall we carry on writing your music? So next riff, I want to have some sort of connection to the previous one, but to take it to a more energetic part. So checked out the notes that we played, mainly in the previous riff line, and kind of came up with simple but effective, I think, riff. Something like that. So let's try to lay some drums out first. I remember that the pattern of the riff was going da 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 da. So I'll do something similar with the drums. I imagine hi-hats could fit here quite well. Let's try that. Test that quickly. Let's see if our riff fits with that. I think we could drop this riff by like 5 BPM maybe, just so it sounds a little bit clearer, but you can't really tell much difference from the previous bit. I'm gonna move it to the side so we're recording it as a separate section. Alright, let's try 105 BPM. As I mentioned before, when editing, you can see that this is where our pick attack is, so I would rather line that up closer to the start than the actual transient in there. What I'll do is quickly go and edit it so it's all more on time. Cool. Let's see what we can go with that riff further. I like that idea. As it's quite a fast riff, I'll record it in small bits, so I don't have to spend hours and hours in learning it, but I can play bit by bit and just track it down. Again, I know that on this riff I was slightly late, so I'll just do a very quick edit on it so it sounds more on time. Let's have a listen to that. Cool, I like that. Let's keep that intensity going and add change it up slightly in some bits. Let's see what we can change here. So we could change something in the beginning here. I want to definitely keep that. I like it as a repeating element. Maybe even this bit before. So let's delete that first. And I want to go somewhere else over here. Alright, let's see what we can come up with. Decided to get rid of this section because I think a little different change in there will be cool as well. So I'm feeling like this riff after this section could go into heavier, bouncier bit, but with the same kind of feel. So I'm gonna change the end of the drums over there. Let's have a listen to how the previous section finished and see what we can add here. Yeah, I want to go palm mutes just to build up that tension as well in there. Let's try that. Alright, let's check out this section now. I think we could cut off the very last note just to give that a little pause before it hits you again. As mentioned before, I want the next riff to be a little bit heavier, a little bit bouncier so people can nod their heads to it. So what I did is listen to this riff, fiddled about with it a little bit and took it an octave lower. And this is something what I'm thinking of doing. Our riff from before is... Basically those were the main notes, so I'm kind of using similar idea in this one. Let's see what we can come up with. So it was tan ta tan ta 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 tan ta ta tan tan. So let's lay that down on drums right now. Right, let's record some cymbals. I like that accidental stop there. First hit meant to be 2 cymbals. Let's listen to that. Cool, let's see what it's going to sound like with guitars. Let's record the second guitar. Dan 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 dan. Thinking something like that. I'll add a dead cymbal here. Right, let's see what it's gonna sound like. Alright, let's try and record this. Let's quickly edit these guitars just slightly so it's more on time. I think drums need something more here because guitars are carrying on. And that tom fill will help us to hit it harder on the next bit. Then again, want to something similar like in the previous section, but we'll spice it up slightly. Maybe change these. Dun, 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 down. I think that could work. Dun, 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 dun. Let's copy the second bit. Lines out. Let's have a listen to that. Also, we need some sort of, we'll go into some different section afterwards. I don't know what it's going to be like yet, but we need some sort of transition into it for sure. So let's have a listen again and think about that. Maybe we could even keep it on like on 10th fret. Let's have a listen all together. So imagine that could be some sort of verse riff altogether going into pre-chorus. When I was trying these chords, I kind of liked so maybe we could use that for the chorus later on. But now let's focus on the section after and see what we can do with that.